Let's start off this brand new holiday tradition by taking a look at one of the great holiday traditions, a Charlie Brown Christmas. Charlie Brown Christmas first debuted in 1965 and was the first television special based off the Peanuts characters. Produced by Lee Mendelson and directed by Bill Melendez, the show made its debut on December 9, 1965. In the special, Charlie Brown finds himself depressed despite the onset of the cheerful holiday season. Lucy suggests he directs a neighborhood Christmas play, but his best efforts are ignored and mocked by his peers. After Linus tells Charlie Brown about the true meaning of Christmas, Charlie Brown cheers up and the Peanuts gang unites to celebrate the Christmas season. So everyone knows kind of the story of how this came to be. I mean, this is based off, of course, of the comic strips, which were only about 15 years old at that point, and they had already become a worldwide phenomenon, and so the Coca-Cola company came in and asked them to produce a special featuring Charlie Brown, and was only produced on a shoestring budget of only 6 months, and was written only over a period of several weeks. And in casting the characters, they decided to take the unconventional route of casting child actors, and also using a soundtrack that was featuring mostly jazz music by Vince Guaraldi, which would later become a staple of the Peanuts franchise in general. In addition to its tone, pacing, music, and animation, it led both the producers and the network to predict the project would be a disaster, with Charles Schultz even saying himself, "My God, we've killed it." So the special aired, and everyone thought it was just going to be a one-off thing, but Charlie Brown Christmas not only surprised everybody by becoming one of the highest-rated shows on TV at that point. I think it was watched by 50% of the country at that time, which was a pretty big deal back then, and garnered acclaim from critics. It later went on to go get Emmys and Peabody Awards, and thus the Charlie Brown series franchise of specials, Charlie Brown franchise of specials and movies, pretty much started from that point, and they continue on to this very day. And kind of like with the special itself, it's one of those perfect examples of a happy little accident that really felt like a disaster by most people's stances, but really it's something that is very much something that is very similar to what happened in real life. Everyone thought this was not going to work in real life, and little did we all know that they all know that this thing went on to become a Christmas classic. It almost parallels the actual story in the Charlie Brown Christmas special, where Charlie Brown grabs the Christmas tree from the Christmas tree lot, essentially thinking that a tree that does not look like the typical oversaturated Christmas tree would be the thing to really boost his holiday spirit. Everyone gets on him for grabbing the wrong kind of a tree, and it only is important to have Linus come in to basically calm everybody down and tell them what the true meaning of Christmas is, aka telling the story of the birth of Jesus Christ, in a moment where even the people who made the special really were not sure how that was going to play out, but they actually talked to people who could be offended by this, and basically who worked with on the show, and basically said that they don't see a problem with it whatsoever. And sure enough, and the rest is history. I mean, it's a special that has so many great moments to it, the great comedy, the great very, I don't want to say cheap-looking animation, but very simple-looking animation in the style of the Peanuts comics, brought to television for the first time ever on a national television scale, and it works really well. Everything about it just works so well. It's amazing to watch this, and also the original 1965 version that was put online a couple of years ago, that features all the Coca-Cola sponsorships. You can tell there are certain notable differences between the original special and the original first aired version, specifically in parts where not only with the Coca-Cola logo showing up at the beginning and the end, but also notice in the ending of the Charlie Brown Christmas special that Snoopy actually moves his lips while they're all singing the last song of the Christmas special. It's kind of interesting and also kind of creepy at the same time, But no matter what, it's still one of the great Christmas specials of all time. It's one that is must-watch, required television to watch every single year. A Charlie Brown Christmas, a perfect Christmas classic, and a perfect way to start off Christmas in July.
Merry Christmas, Charlie Brown! Hark the herald angels sing, glory to the newborn